trade here on just one funded account. Let me make my font a little bit bigger. This news guy right here, let me turn it off, but there's no economic news, but one of the indicators that's going to be on the toolkits that we are releasing for NinjaTrader. It's so cool. It puts the news right on your chart every day, so you don't have to go to the website and look if there's, you know, all the different news that can affect the market. It'll be right on your chart. Pretty stinking cool. So jumped into some micros here. We are getting ready to release the Maverick zones for NinjaTrader. This has been quite the undertaking. As you guys know, the Maverick zones auto draws your support and resistance zones, and we have released it last month for TradingView. It's been a TradingView exclusive. We have spent, I don't know how much money, time, energy, effort. It's a whole other team. It's a whole other team that's been working on getting it ready for NinjaTrader. It'll be a whole other product, if you will. So we'll send out something soon here to all the members. You'll get first crack at it. But man, it's been a bear, but I know you guys all wanted it. So we put just tremendous resources into getting the Maverick zones ready for NinjaTrader. It's a completely different coding structure. It's all the same features though. All the same features. Auto draws your support and resistance zones. Gives you a probability score of that zone holding or breaking as price gets closer to it. It's just brilliant. It's just brilliant. But it has taken an army and a village to get it to NinjaTrader. So, but we're here. So I'm up about $600 on this trade. Pretty sweet. Again, you guys know I never trade at this time. It's pretty late in the evening. You guys know I'm early to bed and early to rise, and I like to trade early in the morning. But let's talk about why we're in this trade. By the way, one other thing I just want to point out here on the left-hand column, you'll see an indicator that is also in the toolkit that we're about to release for NinjaTrader. And essentially, you can turn the left-hand side pretty close to TradingView. So you know how TradingView has all your drawing tools on the chart. It's nice and neat and easy. You can draw, and then you can erase your drawings, and you can mark up your charts. This is going to put all your drawing tools, and you can select which ones you have on there. I only have about 5 of them on there. And it'll put it all on anywhere you want on the chart. I like it on the left-hand side like TradingView. So that's pretty cool. And you can draw whatever you want and then hit the little trash can button and all your drawings will go away. And then the other part of this indicator is it'll actually, and you can turn this on and turn it off, it'll actually list all of your indicators that you have on the chart. And you can turn them on and turn them off. So you can see the Maverick news, which is going to be in the toolkit, which will, you know, pull the daily kind of scheduled news that we need to know as traders onto your chart. I have that off right now. You can see it's watermarked. So it's really nice, like if you wanted to turn on and off your Maverick zones, or if there's a certain indicator you use that you just want to turn off and get a good look at the candles and then turn it back on at a glance, it's really great. So, and then there's some other bells and whistles that come in this toolkit that we're going to be releasing for NinjaTrader. And one of them is an atomic clock. I'll turn that on in a little bit. It's crazy that NinjaTrader doesn't have that to begin with. So a lot of you guys have been asking for that. So we put it all in one toolkit, and that'll be for release soon. So, all right, so we're up about $1,000. We're on a funded account here, just one funded account, not trade copying. I normally don't trade at this hour, but man, been live testing the Maverick zones, and I just had to jump into this trade. Maverick AI Pro, you have hot pink candles. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. Pink is your strongest downside data candle. The Maverick AI Pro colors your candles to the data underneath the hood, not price and direction. Right now we have hot pink candles. Bright green is your strongest upside data candle. This is like being able to look under the hood and see the severity of that buying and selling energy, if you will. It's pretty awesome. So bright green is your strongest upside data candle. Hot pink is your strongest downside data candle. And sorry, I'm just fidgeting with, I'm just testing a few things. We're in the final stages of for approval of the Maverick zones for NinjaTrader 8. We'll send something out about that, but it is out on TradingView right now. I'll put the link in the description. So why are we in this trade? First things first, we got a red background. The bears are in control. Second thing is we have hot pink candles. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. Third thing, you have an A+ setup on your Maverick radar. The Maverick radar, we call it the ultimate trading assistant. The Maverick radar goes through your entire checklist to see, do you have a setup? Is there a trade that needs to be taken here? And then when it goes through your entire checklist, it will give you this grade right here. And right now it's giving us an A+ grade to the downside. I love that. How many times have you gotten into a trade? Oh, here we go. How many times have you gotten into a trade and, yeah, we're going to break this zone. Sorry. How many times have you gotten into a trade, you get stopped out, you look back and you go, what was I thinking? Well, let the Maverick radar go through your entire checklist for you and let you know when you have an A+ setup to the downside or the upside. We're about to break through this zone. It feels like you only have a 71% chance of holding. Anything above a 90% is like a brick wall. Anything below 90% is totally game for breaking. Okay, so you just got the turn of the 5-minute candle. Okay, so things are going to get crazy right here. And see how that score just changed here on the Maverick zones? That's because the market makers like to come in and throw some misdirection at the retail trader. And we get into this in the tutorial for the Maverick zones. But most likely we'll see this score come right back down after about the first minute of the 5-minute turn. And by the way, the atomic clock down here is part of the toolkit. So you know where you're at on the 5-minute turn. You guys know I do not get into a trade the first minute or the last minute of a 5-minute turn. There's all this market maker manipulation. In my opinion, that's my theory. I don't know that for sure, but just go watch your charts. You'll see it for yourself. All right, and look, the Maverick Multi-X, 5 traders. Okay, T1 through T5. Think of these as traders. They're all voting across 6 time frames. All right, so imagine if I put you in the room with 5 different traders and they're all agreeing across 6 time frames if they're bearish or if they're bullish. And right now they're all bearish. They're all bearish. So pretty cool trade here. It's great to be, testing the Maverick zones and pull up a funded account and, maybe we'll pull out $1,000 here. Just in micros. We're just in micros. Okay. These are all my default settings here for the folks that own the indicators, default settings. So yeah, so pretty cool. So listen, I'm going to let this thing play out here. I'm a 9:30 go to bed type of guy. I get up at 4, go to the gym, and you guys know a lot of times I'm trading by like 6:30, sometimes 7. But I'll keep watching this thing. If it keeps dumping down, then obviously I'm not going to go to bed and give away free money, right? Well, I don't know if it's free money, but you get my point. But yeah, so I mean, guys, again, red background, bears are in control, hot pink candles. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. You have an A+ setup on the Maverick radar. It's literally telling you have an A+ setup to the downside. All 5 traders are voting bearish across 6 time frames. And by the way, the Maverick Trender is giving you this downtrend label and it's pegged to the top. Again, we walk you through all these indicators when you come aboard, full tutorials and all that stuff. And we have 7-day-a-week support. So For those of you that are, I know you guys have been, I mean, we've gotten so many emails about the Maverick zones, how awesome it is on TradingView. And then folks want to know how do I get a license for NinjaTrader? It has taken an army to get it ready for NinjaTrader. And it's a whole, works just like TradingView, but man, it was a whole nother animal to wrangle in here. But we're pretty much there. We're eyeing the end of this month to send out notice. So if you're interested in that, just pay attention to the forum in the members group on wap.com, and we'll be announcing that. We'll also probably send out an email or something like that. And just pay attention to YouTube here because when it's released, we'll first release it to members. First crack at it. Members always get early access to any license that we come out with. And then we open it up for everybody else. Okay. All right, cool. And then the toolkit, I know a lot of you guys have been asking for the toolkit. The drawing tool comes in the toolkit here. The atomic clock, the news add-on, the Maverick news. So it's just pulling all your news and putting it on the chart. So every morning you don't got to go hunting for it. Or you've seen me, guys. How many times have you seen me in a trade and I forgot to look for the news, and all of a sudden the trade is giving me being a little squirrely, and I'm like, oh, I didn't look, there's news, So you want to be prepared. You want that on your charts. You want to know when there is major news that can move the futures market. So that's always important to know. So anyway, if you want edge in the market, if you want clear vision, all our indicators on the Ultimate Edge bundle work on NinjaTrader and TradingView. We would love to help you crush it. Come read what our traders are saying. Okay, not financial advice. Do your own research. Never any guarantees in any market. Okay, but boy, even at night, look at this. Okay, so I'm going to keep watching this. This thing should keep sinking down. We have hot pink candles. We keep fluctuating with an A+ setup to the downside on the Maverick radar. Just keep coming to the downside, but we'll see here. All right, cool. All right, guys, have a great night. I will probably post this either, well, depending on how late I got to stay up to watch this trade. I might post it tonight, might just post the trade in the morning. But either way, we would love to help you crush it. All right, there it goes. It keeps coming down. How did I know? Hot pink candles. All right, if you see pink, it will most likely sink. So come check us out. MaverickIndicators.com. That's MaverickIndicators.com.